Hello, and thank you for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate your time. I have a question for you. How many of you feel that you're suffering on a daily basis? And when I say suffering, I don't mean you have some horrible medical condition or an injury that's leading to a huge amount of pain and causing this suffering. I've come to the conclusion recently after many talks with my patients, some of my friends, just some loved ones, even some neighbors, that most people are under a significant amount of suffering, and the worst kind actually, which is self-inflicted emotional suffering. And also, it's become obvious that this kind of suffering is mostly self-inflicted. I heard somebody say once that the worst evil in the world is knowingly or purposely inflicting pain and suffering on somebody. I believe that's true whether it's on yourself or somebody else. So doing the complete opposite would be a pretty incredible feat, wouldn't it? That would be the definition of good. So let's be good to ourselves. I think that most of this emotional suffering happens as a result of us ignoring, and avoiding dealing with situations and changing things in our life that actually don't align with our morals, ethics, and even just our overall goals and how we see our life as being lived to the fullest, right? So that's called willful blindness, right? Ignoring things that we could change to make our lives better. And once I think we come to that realization that most of our own issues and problems are self-induced, I think that's when you get that emotional angst, that deep suffering that I'm talking about. The good news is that once you identify yourself as the source, then there's definitely something you can do about it. Because obviously we can't control anybody else. The only thing we control is ourselves. But it does take a big effort. And I got some good news. I was living this way. I was living this self-induced suffering up until a couple years ago, until I was able to really make a big change in my life. And actually, it only took one thing. Actually, it took just one very simple change in my life that led to actually a better path and much more happiness. Much more fulfillment. My relationship with my children, even with my ex, got significantly better. And now I can honestly tell you that I find joy every single day in my life. And I would love to share that with you. I think that everybody should have this feeling. I think everybody's capable. And like I said, it only takes one thing that you can do immediately to really make that change start today and will last forever. And even better yet, not only will it impact you, but it'll impact everybody around you, everybody you work with, your loved ones, even your neighbors. Because just being in proximity to somebody who's living with that kind of joy and happiness makes a difference in everybody that is near and can feel that energy. So I would love for you to join my mastermind. In fact, I feel like I would be doing you a disservice by not sharing what I know and helping you start heading down that same path. My mastermind, the first one, will actually launch on October 12th. It'll be a half day. It'll be held here. It's going to be amazing. And I would love to hear all your perspectives and share, and we could all learn from one another. Don't hesitate to ask a lot of questions. Click the link below, fill out an application form. This will be a very hand-selected group that will consist of people with the same type of feeling, same kind of issues, but from different perspectives, so that we can all learn from one another. It'll be something that you definitely won't regret. And in fact, I have a 100% guarantee. If for any reason you feel that I did not deliver on the quality and the value that I promised, then I will give you 100% of your money back. So click the link right below. And I can't wait to hear from you, and I'll see you here soon.